What's up, guys? Zaid here, and today I've got a busted Dragon Link deck profile for you. Somebody on Dueling Book sent me this. I didn't make the exact list, but I do really like it. And so I wanted to go over it, talk about this, and just kind of like, I'm going to read these cards to you too, so you know just how insane these cards really are. And so getting right into it, we play 3 busted Lubellion, 3 busted Magnemite, 3 busted Sornier, and 3 busted Druid Worm, and then 1 branded Beast and 1 rebranded. If you guys don't know how these cards work yet, this one, Busted Lubellion, is a searcher, so you discard it to search any of these other 3. And then when he's in graveyard, you contribute a level 6 or higher Dark Dragon type monster, special summon it, and then place a branded continuous spell trap from your deck to your spell trap zone. And so you would either be putting branded Beast or rebranded. Branded Beast lets you once per turn during the main phase, if you control a busted monster, tribute a dragon monster, then target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. And then during the end phase, you can target a branded continuous spell trap in your graveyard and place it on the field. So it's an interruption, which is really strong. And it also, if you have rebranded engrave, can place it back in the spell trap zone. That's important because this card, Busted Sornier, says if this card's sent to the graveyard, send a busted monster or a branded spell trap to the grave. So it allows you to get both of these in a rotation. And then for these 3 level 6 guys, what they do is they all have the same effect, quick effect, target a light or dark in the graveyard, at resolution banish it, and then special this card. And then they each have a unique effect. Magnemite says when it's summoned, you can activate the effect that on the end phase, you can add a dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And then I already went over Sornier's additional effect, sending a branded spell trap or a busted monster to grave. And then Dark Worm allows you, if it leaves the field, if this card's sent from the field to the graveyard, target an opponent's special summon monster and send it to the graveyard. And so the utility with these cards, they're all like a Light Pulse or Dark Flare kind of card where you can special them on your turn just as extenders and then get their effects. But they also are hand traps on your opponent's turn if they're playing a light or dark deck. But like Magnemite, if you're summoning on your opponent's turn or on your turn, you're going to use it to search an additional busted card. So now you're searching an interruption for their turn or an extender for your turn, depending on when you did it. This dude, like I said, has the utility to put the rebranded engrave so that Big Lubellion could set Beast, and Beast could then get you rebranded also. And then I didn't go over what rebranded did, so I'll tell you guys what that does real quick. If a light or dark monster is banished, either player's turn this will activate, by the way. You target one of those monsters, place it on the bottom of the deck, and draw a card. And then if your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you could special a busted monster from your graveyard. So this card, like, if you're setting it on the end phase off of Beast, you're probably not going to get a draw on your turn. But if you're setting it like at the start of your combos instead, then you're going to get a draw on your turn. You're going to get a draw on their turn. And when they special or normal, you're going to get a special on their turn. So this one card is going to generate you 3 cards within like a full cycle. And it's going to stay on the field. So then like when the turn rolls back to you, you're going to draw again. And if they summon on your turn, you're going to summon again. This makes the grind game insane. This card's nuts. But this, like I said, lets you dump it and then set it off the trap. And then Druid Worm, because it has an effect when it leaves, that can be the one you tribute off Beast, turning Beast into a double interruption because you'll destroy any card on the field and then send a special summon monster. So just like in a normal world, say you opened the Lubellion, you'd pitch the Lubellion, search Magnemite, get another light or dark engrave to summon out the Magnemite, effect a search on the end phase, tribute it to special Lubellion. Lubellion is going to place the Beast, and then on the end phase, you would get to search your Dark Worm or Druid Worm, summon Druid Worm on their turn as an interruption because DD Crow, like if you're against Tier Element or something, banish their Havness when they activate it. And now you just negated something. This comes out, and then you're going to use Beast, send this to destroy a card, and use this to send another card. So like just off of resolving a Lubellion and having another card engraved to banish, it ended with 3 interruptions. And that's just like a very like bad hand. Like if you just open that, you're probably not feeling great. But then when you realize you have 3 interruptions, you're like, oh, never mind, this is all right. And so that's all the new cards. Now I'm going to go just into the Dragon Link cards. These I'll be quick with because we all know what they do. 2 Tracer, 1 Synchron, 1 Recharger, 1 Nocto, 2 Abs, 3 Quick Launch, 3 Safer, the 2 Field Spells, 3 Chaos Space. Chaos Space gets a bump because this guy can't be normal set, Lubellion, and most of your deck is dark anyway. So if you're pitching a dark to search a light, you can search the Byssted Lubellion. Something interesting to point out about this card, I think they're literally teasing with the stat line because they made it the opposite of what would have been searchable with Melody the Awakening Dragon. At least I think. I think it's 3,000 attack and 25 defense and Melody searches. But correct me if I'm wrong. It might just be 25 or higher, and this might be searchable off Melody, and it might be insane. Then we got Black and White Dragon. These cards are really nuts too because they can be searched off by Magnuma at the end phase, and they just would let you full combo without a normal summon, which is kind of neat. And then Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, Triple Nib, and Triple Veiler. I think you picked this hand trap line just because they're light. I think there's also a case like you could change this. You could be playing 3 Super Poly, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Super Poly, 3 Droplet, just 3 Super Poly, and like one other card. I don't know if these are 3 Super Poly, 3 Nib. I don't think these are hard set. They have to be the ones you're playing. And I'm sure the engine could also change a little bit, but I like where it's at right now. I'm not really going to go over the side. It's just like generic stuff right now. Depends on how the format's going to shift when these cards come out. But then the extra deck, Striker Dragon, Pisty, Romulus, Hieratic Seal, Triple Burst, IP, Unicorn, Access Code, Borrelend, Borrelode Savage, Baron, Delingerous Dragon, Quad Boral, Dark Charmer, and a Tomb. Honestly, this extra deck is kind of interesting. It's like 14 out of the 15 cards you expect to see in Dragon Link. The only really like new card in the extra deck is Hieratic Dragon, King of a Tomb. And it's really strong because these are all level 6. So if you get 2 of those out, you can go into him, which lets you get any dragon from deck. Because of that, I think it's interesting he's not playing something like the Black Metal Dragon that searches Red MD. I think that could be really strong because you'd like summon it off a Tomb, link 2 into Romulus, search field spell, search Red MD, and just like keep going, I guess. But you get to get Safer, you can get Tracer, you can get Abs, you can get Nocto. Like, there's a lot to summon off of this card, and it's sick that we have access to it again. So, but that's the list. I think it's like really cool. I'm gonna be going over a dual replay too, or I already did it. I uploaded it too by the time this will be out. I haven't uploaded it yet, like in real time, but I'm gonna upload it of this deck versus the branded version of branded Byssted. And both of them are really insane. I had a really fun time watching the replay, and it's got me like really hooked on these cards. These cards are crazy. But yeah, if you guys have lists, let me know like what other kind of decks you're playing them in. And if you got lists you'd be willing to let me go over and cover, shit, let me know. But thank you for watching. I hope this like helped you get a cool like intro to these cards. And that's it. Bye.